Exactly. Well, we were just talking about liver and brain benefits, of course. We've got our Ultimate Friendly Flora still around the way, but this, hands down, in terms of Andrew's, repertoire, if you will, if you were looking for one of the cornerstone products to start with, look no further than CoQ10. Certainly in a time of year where we're putting a burden on our liver and our brains, we need more energy. And rather than that candy bar or that snack or that energy drink, this is energy on a foundational level. Plus, for me, for my gum health, in addition to, just my well-being, it is a feel the difference product for sure. Whether it's my immune system, there are a multitude of benefits that you can reap from the world's finest CoQ10, and it is our weekend special. So that means you're also getting great savings on the 30, the 60, the 120, and the 240. 5 flexible payments on everything this weekend, plus our unconditional money-back guarantee until the end of January. Andrew, I really want to thank you for adding this to our show. First of all, it reminded me because I was actually running low on this, and it's interesting when it comes to CoQ10 because this is another one of those products when we say how job number one for you is education. A lot of people didn't have an understanding of how important CoQ10 was until you started telling people, and then the rest of the world kind of woke up.
Well, it's not, and it took me a long time. It's not that I did a miraculous job educating everyone. My first product containing CoQ10 was back in 1984. The first product I made containing CoQ10. I started making vitamins back in 1979, but the first CoQ10 containing product was 1984. Probably still a couple of decades almost before anyone else. But I was sort of the lone voice in the wilderness speaking about coenzyme Q10. And the science, just as the science is crystal clear on phosphatidylcholine, the science was crystal clear on coenzyme Q10, that it's more a vitamin, really, than vitamins themselves. The only thing that CoQ10 has in its favor is that when we're young, we can make a little bit of it in our body. But as we get older, its incredible importance is sort of undermined by the fact that what little we can make, we make less and less and less with age, with stress, with poor diet, with medications we take, because most medications will impact CoQ10 levels, especially cholesterol-lowering statin drugs. So if we want to look at a single ingredient that really is determinative of our ability to produce energy, and our ability to produce energy on a cellular level is determinative of the ability of our organs to function optimally, to function well. Because energy is that sort of rate-limiting component. It limits the ability of our body to do what it needs to do. And each cell in our body is brilliantly designed, but there's something very interesting about energy production. Typically, we might think that energy is shared within our body, and that cells that have or produce a lot of energy can give it to cells that don't make energy as well. Absolutely not. Each cell of the 100 trillion plus cells we possess. And when I say that number 100 trillion, just so everybody has a sense of how big the number a trillion is. So 1/100th of 100 trillion, 1 trillion, that's the number of seconds you'd find in over 30,000 years. So that's a very big number. But each and every one of the independent 100 trillion cells in our body, and that's the seconds in, 3 million years? Each and every one of those cells is responsible for their own energy. And so each and every one of those cells, rather than taking a stimulant that stimulates our nervous system, that really doesn't affect energy. Giving more calories, we're not calorically restricted. Fuel source is not a problem in producing energy. It's the machinery that's really the rate-limiting component in the production of energy. And that's where CoQ10 comes in. And we have the most comprehensive CoQ10 formula in the world. We've been doing it longer than anyone. And it's basically a perfectly reviewed formula.
Boy, Andrew, I tell you what, we both wore green. I was actually just making my way over to one of the testimonials. I mean, talk about a perfect segue, because this one just really caught my eye. Just because, again, it's the Andrew Lessman difference, and that's kind of what Andrew was just talking about. Top of the line ingredients with so many CoQ10 products on the market. This has the finest ingredients that doesn't upset your stomach. That's the other thing. Andrew's a manufacturer and boosts your energy. I'm a customer for life. thank you, Andrew, for educating us and bringing us the finest products available to HSN. Time for one more. I know time is really tight in this show, but swear by this supplement. I take this supplement every day and have my elderly mother taking it as well. My mother is on cardiac medication, so I make sure to buy this whenever it's available as a monthly special or today's special. Again, weekend special for you right now. Wonderful supplement if you are feeling sluggish and lethargic. And Andrew, that's just it. Whether you're on statin, cholesterol-lowering drugs, whether it's stress, whether it's aging, whether it's travel, we all need it.
Or even if you're taking antidepressants, if you're taking medications for osteoporosis, these affect the liver again. And again, if you're taking those drugs, you really need to support the health of your liver and the structure of your liver. But in affecting your liver, they affect the body's ability to synthesize CoQ10. And statin drugs directly affect the metabolic pathway involved in the creation of CoQ10. So when you take a cholesterol-lowering statin drug, you absolutely positively lower your CoQ10 levels, which is your body's ability to produce energy. And the most dependent organ in your body on CoQ10 is your heart. So supposedly we're taking statin drugs for heart health, but at the same time, we're adversely impacting heart health by suppressing, inhibiting the synthesis of CoQ10 in our body. So I often am asked what's the single most important product I make. And certainly vitamin D, and vitamin D is so affordable, and vitamin D is incredibly important for our immune system, for brain function, for skeletal health. But I'm always torn between talking about vitamin D, talking about CoQ10, talking about our Essential 1 multivitamin. But just for CoQ10 to be in the company of those ingredients that are objectively so essential and so important and so deficient from our diet is to make a profound statement of the impact it can have on your life.
Well, and again, that testimonial just alluded to it. When you can get it at a weekend special price, definitely, you know, you'd be well served to take advantage of it. So remember, you choose your size, the 30, the 60, the 120, and 240. And just as Andrew said, if you're going to try anything from his line, certainly do this. A feel the difference product for sure. And nice to get those additional savings if you're selecting it now. 5 flexible payments, and then of course our unconditional money back guarantee until the end of January. And there is no better gift to give for the holiday season and beyond than the gift of good health. And no one does it better than Andrew Lessman. And whether you've seen Andrew partnering with his friend Dr. Daniel Amen or not, I think there's a new awareness of